Well, hello there, people of the internet. And here we have it, the Galaxy S6, the latest flagship from Samsung. It has it all: an octa-core CPU, 5.1 Super AMOLED screen, 3 gigs of RAM, 16 megapixel camera, a beautiful unibody design. That's something I would have said about 4 or 5 years ago. So yeah, clearly the Galaxy S6 is not a flagship anymore. But I'm still using it. I've been using this phone for about 2.5 years, and 2.5 years ago I made a video about this phone, which was more of a review of the phone kit, which I think here, we'll check that video out. This is not a review, okay? This is more about the usage of a flagship in 2019, specifically the Galaxy S6. So yeah, what I said in the intro of the video, still counts. It still has an octa-core CPU, 3 gigs of RAM, a beautiful camera, la. However, does that mean it's a good phone? Let's talk about the good things about the phone and the bad things. So, the good things. The camera. I like the camera of this phone so much. Like, I really do. I like taking pictures with my phone whenever I can, like fancy pictures. Now, I am not smart as I can to give you a detailed examination of a picture, but it's a fancy picture. It is a bit oversaturated, but typical Samsung. Other than that, it's pretty good. It shoots 4K, has HDR, 60 megapixels, optical image stabilization, all of the everything basically. And it has a front camera, of course, and it's kind of, it's there. Another good thing about using an old flagship is the build quality. Now, whenever Samsung, or pretty much everyone, makes a flagship, they use the best hardware available at that time, and they try to make the phone feel the best as they can. So the Galaxy S6 still feels rock solid in my hand, even though it does have some few bumps and scuffs and scratches and whatever. But other than that, it's pretty good, feels good. It's not shattered yet. I have been using a case for over 2 years, but the case kind of fell apart eventually, so right now the phone is naked. But the build quality is so good. However, that doesn't mean that everything on the phone works. We'll get to that soon. Now, you think that a phone that's 5 years old will be slow. And you're thinking correct. Kind of. Not really. It really depends on what you do. Gaming, if you do a lot of gaming, yeah, it's probably not the best choice. But if you do happen to use it, it's still a good gaming phone. You can still run most of the games. You can't run Fortnite, but PUBG runs well. I even made a video about it here. And I've also been playing a lot of District 2 on the phone, and I've been playing that game for way too long here when I had the Lumia like 4 years ago. It's a great game, by the way. Day-to-day performances, well, it's not the best. It does tend to stutter a bit and slow down a bit, and it even sometimes kicks an app from RAM, but that rarely happens, only when there's like a lot of stuff going on. The daily usage is pretty good. I like tinkering with everything I have. Phones, laptops, PCs, everything I can get my hands on. I'm gonna try out every single option that things have. And I like rooting my phones and modding them. Thankfully, the Galaxy S6 community has a lot to offer. There are a lot of mods for this phone. I even made a video, actually 2 videos about it, and I was planning to make another video about it, but stuff happened and that video didn't really make it. However, there are a lot of mods for this phone. Now keep in mind, none of those mods are official and none of them are perfect. Most of them are really fast, but the real issue with pretty much all of the mods is battery management. That is, the phone uses up the battery much faster than it would. And that's like actually a smooth segue to the bad things. Battery. When the phone came out, one of the biggest flaws about this phone was its battery. More precisely, the smallness, if you call it, of the battery. It's only about 2,500 milliamp hours, which really isn't a lot for this phone. And especially when the battery is like 5 years old, there's literally no way I can make it through a day on a single charge. Like, no way. However, it does have wireless and fast charging. However, the port on the phone, it's not dead, but it kind of is. It sometimes charges the phone, sometimes it doesn't. I tried different cables, different chargers, doesn't work. Thankfully, it has wireless charging, and I buy like a $15 wireless charging pad to charge the phone. Another bad thing about the phone is heat. It gets hot really fast, especially when playing games, and that does tend to lead to some throttling, some noticeable throttling in some very intensive games. When you're using the phone day to day, it doesn't really throttle that much, at least nothing I notice. However, you definitely do feel that the phone is heating up, and that's something I mentioned over 2 years ago. Other things to mention, the fingerprint sensor, when it worked, it was pretty fast, it was pretty okay, but it kind of stopped working, and now it kind of doesn't work, unfortunately. So there's that. Also, updates. I haven't received an update from Samsung since pretty much I got the phone. And when I got the phone, it was about 2 years old, and that's kind of the end of life for pretty much every Samsung device. So I haven't. It's like an Android 7, so. But I mean, it still has all of the everything I need, so. And also, there's the fact that this phone is simply old. But it doesn't really have to be a bad thing. I mean, it still looks nice, still feels nice, runs nice. Yeah, I mean, to replace the battery, at least where I live, it's like $20 to replace a battery, so it's not really much of a fuss, really. Also, another good thing about the phone, headphone jack. So if you happen to have an S6 like me, what are the options? Well, I've had my eyes on the Galaxy A50, I believe, and also the Xiaomi phone with pop-up camera. I really like both of those phones. However, then I realized that the Xiaomi Redmi Note 7 is kind of like, it's okay. I mean, it's really cheap, most important factor, but it's not. But it's not cheap. It has really good specs. So if you're upgrading and you're kind of tight on budgets, you can consider some of those phones. Or maybe a used S8, or maybe even a used S9 would be a good upgrade. I'm not upgrading anytime soon, by the way. I'm just gonna replace the battery and continue using this phone because really I don't need anything better. I mean, all of the videos I shot in the last 2 or so years were shot on this phone. It's my daily drive, I use it a lot. Yada yada yada. That's been it. Galaxy S6, still a great phone. That's been it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you. Peace.